Hello Anonymous, we are Team Black Hat, and we have a message for you. In the recent months your hacktivist group has gained the undesirable attention from an army of hackers mainly situated in the eastern regions of the world. These consist of cybersecurity experts, rogue hackers, and virus programmers from countries such as India, Pakistan, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, Egypt, Iran, and many more. We have been secretly observing your operations and every movement throughout the internet, and recently we have started to disrupt and bring down the hackers to represent Anonymous and those who claim to be the leaders. This is for two reasons. Firstly, we do not agree with your group and the actions that people take who follow Anonymous. For example, you targeted a Muslim organization on the basis that you accused them of being extremists who are connected to terror suspects. We see this as an obvious case of racism and a physical attack on religion which you barely agree should be free. During your attacks on the Sony network, you hacked into millions of user accounts belonging to innocent people. A large majority of them were children aged between 10 and 16. You may not see this as a big deal, but if you were the parent of a 15-year-old boy who had personal details left in the hands of strangers on the internet, you would want the person or people behind it to be brought to justice. What the people of the world need to see is that by targeting people for what they believe in or use can't and won't be accepted. Secondly, we as hackers have decided to see how anonymous you really are and to see if you can't take on the bad guys of the internet. Unfortunately, we don't have IRC channels, websites or official links on every social network. We are simply the hackers who move silently amongst you, causing unknowing mayhem to your dismay. A few weeks ago, a complex virus was released onto Facebook along with a cross-site script attack that exploited browsers to show explicit content on their profile. This was accomplished by hackers to represent Team Black Hat. We also used our skills on the internet to blame Anonymous for the crime of creating the Fox virus. The internet as we now know it has entered an era of cybersecurity history. Cases of cyber wars, government leaks and website defacements are rapidly on the increase. Hundreds of black hats have targeted users on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube who act on behalf of Anonymous. We have been hacking into your accounts, spreading viruses and malware amongst your groups and pages, damaging computers and infiltrating members through delogging, cracking, phishing and social engineering on the highest level. I would be correct in saying that not all of your anonymous friends on Facebook and your favorite networks are anonymous. We are the masters of deception, and that is why we are slowly destroying all ties that you have left. It is well known that Anonymous uses the denial of service tool called Global Iron Cannon. 4 months ago, hackers replaced a link on 3 websites to another server that downloads a backdoor exploit, otherwise known as the Fox virus, which several antivirus companies have identified. Black hats have been exploiting your IRC channels and was the cause for the downtime on these channels several weeks ago. The operation that knocked HideMyAss.com offline repeatedly was also organized by Team Black Hat as anonymous members who don't know how to properly use this site for proxies. I hope by now we have your full attention, as it is you who we are coming for. Many of our members have links to international law enforcement and security firms, as well as cyber armies from a large amount of Arab countries and government cyber experts. We are the real hackers and the people you dread to meet on the internet. We will ruthlessly hack into anything owned by Anonymous and show the world that you aren't untouchable. You do not scare us, but you will be the ones who are scared. In the time to come you will realize the true nature of hacking and along the way regret taking the law into your own hands. If you think this is an idle threat from a group of script kiddies, then you are sadly mistaken. We are the ones who create the newly coded viruses and take your identity from something as simple as an email address. We are the ones you fear. They may be a lot of anonymous members, but there is a lot more of us, and it won't be long before we meet. If by chance this account is hacked, we will simply trace your IP address back through the proxy or VPN that you are using. Any skills that you think you have will never exceed the ones of Black Hats. Anonymous, the cyber war has started.